there was something creepy in there. I knew there was something creepy in there. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. It's Rook's hydropod garden. Whenever I see this, I think of Gordon Fitzpatrick from my Pandora case.
I've got anti-hydrogen pods on board, and I've got to get us as far away from Earth as possible.
Pods?
Pods. Anti-hydrogen pods.
He wasn't from around here, or even from this solar system. Why would a little gremlin like Rook have a basketball hoop? I remember the day I came back to my office to that grisly sight.
I tried for an hour to get Pug's head out of the water cooler, but it was no dice. The police showed up and thought about grilling me until they realized Pug was a mutant. And it was like they couldn't care less.
I guess people are a little apprehensive about taking that bottle back for deposit. That's Rook's pawn shop.
Dummy.
It's a security drone. If I enter its line of sight, I'm toast. Now that's a handsome devil. Wait a minute. A rival PI. Oh man, how did this happen? It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he returns, I'll need to ask him about the case we're working on. Maybe try something else.
It's real good having you stop in more regular. How can I help you? You wouldn't remember him. He moved into the neighborhood a few years back. Not a pleasant man. I'll leave it at that.
Hey, Mr. Murphy. Still running the decryption program. You can hang with me till it's done. Shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 hours. He's the guy you hired to take photos of your cheating wife. You're the guy they hired to beat the crap out of the guy you catch with your wife. So glad Archie opened up his shop here. He's like a god at all this conspiracy stuff.
Yeah, the city of Old San Francisco picks up the trash once a year. I think we're getting close to our date. It's the old Savant School. That had a short tenure here on Chandler Avenue. Lots of impressive graduates, though. The green screen leads me to believe that they're going to Photoshop someone else in later. Hey, that's my ex-wife's boyfriend. PI rule number 47. Never trust anyone with a monocle. if I trust this guy. Hey, get a haircut, hippie. You know, I can appreciate any man who wears a turtleneck. Hey, that's my ex-wife's boyfriend. Must be a pilot. Only pilots wear scarves. I think I borrowed money from this guy once. What is this guy mad about? Whoa, that player be mean mugging me. Meow. Well, winter is coming. Now that's a nice smile. Very distinguished. Definitely a physics major. Mr. Congeniality. Someone get this guy a comb. He seems stern, yet fair. I wonder what he's looking at. Well, this joker might have taken submit a headshot too seriously. Yeah, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Most likely to start a Fortune 500 company. Oh, what a strong jawline you have. Most likely to start an NGO. Most likely to be a beatnik. Must have been class president. It's like he's looking through me. Most likely to become president? Cutest couple, class of 2022. Class clown? Class of 2022. Most likely to visit all 7 continents. Most likely to lose his keys at a Pink Floyd concert. John Lennon? Oh, she looks good in purple. Most likely to become a famous actor. The key to life is not taking it seriously and riding sharks. Oh, he looks great in a suit. He's almost too serious. Nice shades. Captain of the football team. Looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. He looks a little too young to be in here. If William H. Macy were more handsome, he'd look like this. I hope this wasn't his Christmas card. This guy looks like that famous actor who was in all those movies. The Cardinals. Get this guy an agent. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. Most likely to become an enforcer for the mafia? Well, this must have been taken at a movie premiere. Well, hello there. What's he doing at the savant school? He looks like an ale-swilling, lightning-riding Norse god. Most likely to take over the world. Most likely to be ID'd when he's 30. Well, the shirt says Audrey Hepburn, and those legs are all Betty Grable. Most likely to pose in front of leather-bound books. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hey, put some clothes on. CSI, New San Francisco, starring this guy. Family isn't just a thing, it's the only thing. Well, this mutant's got a little green hand coming out of his forehead. Cool. I wouldn't kill you to smile for the picture. I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. Most likely to be reincarnated as Jerry Garcia. Now that's a man I'd buy speeder insurance from. Most likely to solve world hunger, class of 2021. You know, the older I get, the younger everyone else seems to look. That is easily in the top 10 best mustaches I've ever seen. Collared shirt says business, but the daiquiri says party. Most likely to climb Mount Everest. Oh sure, show off that you were in Paris. Dad, are you back from the grocery store? Yep, that's the Snow White warehouse. I have the funniest feeling that this guy is pantsless. Hey, it's a better looking version of me. Mrs. Havisham? Well, let's have a staring contest. 1, 2, 3, go. A candid moment of our subject, deep in thought. Hey, party on, dude. Groovy. Most sarcastic, class of 2020. Most likely to be a U.S. Senator. Most likely to be first married. Most likely to win the Nobel Prize. I find this picture to be illogical. I don't trust that cat, not one bit. I think I saw this guy in Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Most laid back, class of 2020. Most likely to play guitar in an indie band. This picture is about as friendly as an audit by the IRS. Ding, 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 ding. We have a doppelganger. Most likely to ski down Mount Everest. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Most likely to marry for money. You know, I was just thinking that people don't wear enough orange. I wouldn't want to freak you out, but there's a huge bird on your head. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. I have no desire to ride that streetcar. Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. Oh, it's a security drone. If I enter its line of sight, I'm toast.
Wow, nothing is so simple or wonderfully effective as blunt force trauma.
It's locked. I won't be able to enter without proper identification. Well, that won't work.
A place even sleazier than yours. And you have an animal print bedspread.
Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques. Maybe we could have been friends, if you were alive. Emily? Oh man, I hope she's doing this to get through school. I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Ew, even I have a higher standard of living, and I've eaten dog food before. His filing techniques are crude at best. His filing techniques are crude at best. I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Well, even I wouldn't stoop so low as to reading someone's diary. Hair cream? Glad I don't need this. Amateur. Problem with vid phones is you can't call anyone from the bathroom anymore. Well, you shouldn't. Hello?
Could I speak to Carlos? Tex?
Sorry, have we met? That woman knew me, but hung up quickly when she realized I didn't know her.
If we can find her, maybe we could get some answers.
She must have visited Chandler while she was doing business with Maldonado. Maybe someone around here will recognize the photo. Yuck. There's gum in this shoe. Larry Hammond wasn't really a mutant.
I wanted to make sure you came here alone.
Well, I hope you were more careful about being followed than I was.
Now, I have a very strong sense of self-preservation. I even brush my teeth carefully.
Yeah, it shows.
But man, he sure looked like one. Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques. Maybe we could have been friends, if you were alive. What's this? It's the depressed man's kitchen. Larry Hammond wasn't really a mutant.
I wanted to make sure you came here alone.
Well, I hope you were more careful about being followed than I was.
Now, I have a very strong sense of self-preservation. I even brush my teeth carefully.
Yeah, it shows.
But man, he sure looked like one. Motel postcards? Maldonado must make his living spying on cheating spouses.
Yeah, that'll work.
It's the only roach hotel where you have a better chance of survival inside than outside.
Whatever you need, Mife, just ask. I might have seen this lady in here not long ago. Didn't catch your name.
Hey, Mr. Murphy. Still running the decryption program. You can hang with me till it's done. Shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 hours. Who's that?
Well, if it isn't Mr. Van Winkle. What is it I can help you with, Rip? Just smelling the fumes coming off that establishment irritates my bowels. Lovely. Oh, she may have come by here. I can't be sure.
More questions? Why you gotta keep coming back with more questions? That's a fine piece of humanity there. She stopped by the other day and checked out our selection. Took her about 2 seconds to realize it was all crap, so she seemed to know her stuff. I don't know what it is they're serving in there, but it sure as hell ain't barbecue.
Holly must be out on strike. I'd better come back later to talk to her. Only guests of this hotel are allowed entrance through here. My camera books are great, but I prefer stories about his crazy nephews, Mike and Icamer. I try to collect all of their candy comics. The resort sounds like an upscale condo community. Definitely not something I'm interested in. No messages on the vid phone. I don't know what I was thinking. If this woman has been doing business with Maldonado, maybe someone else on Chandler Avenue will recognize her.
A match made in wherever you believe you'll go when you die. For me, it's a garage sale. A match made in a garage sale.
Archie Ellis wrote a book? I bet this sells for pennies on eBay. I don't know what I was thinking. It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he returns, I'll need to ask him about the case we're working on. What's up with the bed? Looks like it's for a Lothario instead of some hard-working down-on-his-luck PI. Whoa, I've never seen this much money in my life. If this is my money, what are they paying me for? Well, this is a flashy new neighbor. Problem with vid phones is you can't call anyone from the bathroom anymore. Well, you shouldn't. As I ring the bell, I expect Nilo, but another familiar face pops up from behind the counter. It's Clint. Looks like he's dabbled in some home plastic surgery to cover his empty eye socket. It's amazing what you can do with a tire patch, spray paint, and crazy glue.
Ah, Mr. Murphy, will you be needing some housekeeping done? I can't remember the last time we saw you around here.
Clint? You work here now?
Oh, I guess you wouldn't remember. I heard about your blackout. I used to have those, but they were more brownouts, you know, my old chocolate addiction.
So, what are you doing behind the desk? Looking for Nilo's complimentary chocolates?
You mean the ones you used to leave on the pillow, right? Those weren't chocolates, my friend. Man, I hope you didn't eat them.
No.
Nilo, man, I haven't heard that name in years. Not since I bought this place from him. The city was gonna condemn it, but Nilo didn't feel like fixing it up, so he sold it real cheap.
Where did Nilo end up?
You mean Nellie? He got a sex change. Yeah, I don't know. He tried to pass himself off as his long-lost twin sister for a while, but that didn't fly.
Well, you've done a bang-up job. You even got rid of the smell. What was that, anyway?
You do not want to know. God, I wish I could get amnesia for that memory. But on the bright side, we've exterminated most of the roaches and reinforced the foundation after the big quake last year, and finally got real fire extinguishers, so no more painted-on safety features. We're up to a 3-star cubic zirconia rating in the Mutant Leisure blog spot now.
So how did you afford all of this? I mean, didn't you normally eat up all your profits at the chocolate stand?
It's mostly thanks to you, my #1 tenant. You pay up front, and I always throw in a little extra to make sure I keep an extra eye on your place.
So I'm not behind on my rent? Maybe I should get amnesia more often.
You're paid through the end of the year, just like every year. You're hardly ever here these days, but hey, let me get my nose out of your business. That sounded disgusting. Let's change the subject. What can I do for you? I know for a fact I've never seen this fox before, because if I had, she'd be my lady love. Maldonado? Nothing but trouble. I steer clear of that hombre. Maldonado was spying on you? Are you sure it was you? Look, I've had my own problems, as you know. I was in a kind of a dark place 7 years ago. Dark, bitter, sometimes nuts, raisins, God help me, marshmallows. Just get the holes patched before you move out, or I will keep your security deposit. You keep being my best tenant, and I'll be your biggest fan. Deal? The cops came by to ask me about that, but I wasn't here at the time. Look, I know I used to joke with you about Chelsea being in love with me, but that was just my jealousy talking. We don't need to talk about that, do we? That was a real tragedy. I've got to steer clear of his diner. Too many chocolate memories. That's Louis' niece, right? Tall, brunette. Oh. This may not be much, but it's mine, and I love it. Me? I'm just living the dream. One chocolate-free day at a time. Nice guy, but he's got some screws loose. Nice girl for circuits and chips. That guy's all mobbed up, so I keep my distance. That little gremlin's never forgiven me for stealing his newspapers and using them for blankets. I haven't tried it. They say that the sauce will melt your eyeballs, and that's a risk I'm just not willing to take. Dumbest name ever for a shop.
If a bell is on the front desk, I could ring it and talk to the clerk.